What's up, amigos? Commander Jaime here today. I have an amazing Worlds player, Sergio, over here. And what did you just did?
I went undefeated into top 8 and then got crit.
But he actually made it to top 8 for Worlds, so kudos to him.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a quick deck profile. So he played Youthberk.
I played Youthberk. It's my favorite deck in this format. I think it's the best deck in the format too. I don't know, it's just really good. The ride line I think is super self-explanatory. Same with playing this one, right? So it's just like, yeah, that's basically it. I played 3 copies of the Persona ride. I don't know, I don't need to say anything else about that. I played 3 Gust. I needed room for other stuff. And like Gust did come up, but like not as much as like Tempest, so it's like, okay, that's fine. Plus you can like get it back with your ride deck anyway, so it's like whatever really, and you can search it out with Shinizel. So like 3, I think 3 is okay. I never had any issues not seeing this, so it's like whatever, right? Then I spent $200 on this. I'm not even joking. I spent 200 CAD on it. Why? Because I love this deck, man. Yeah. I love Raging. I love Aura Guys Are Doomed in Standard. I think it's really good. I don't know what else to say. This is what makes the deck really good, man. Like actually, I think there's one card that actually pushes the deck to tier 1, not just this.
Absolutely.
But the plus is crazy. The 5K as well is crazy. Like this card is just crazy. I don't know what else to say about it other than you gotta play it up for.
Did it get clutter at all?
No, never.
Never. It was
Never.
Just smooth engine.
Yeah, and you need to see it because this is like you need to see this first. If you don't see this first, it feels really bad.
Gotcha.
Next up, I play 4 Shinizel. I know a lot of players have been dunking on Shinizel. I actually think Shinizel is really good, and the reason why is because like he already shuffles your deck, right? So it's like, okay, you already got a shuffler. 2, you don't have to play units like Enucleate to make it more value, which means less pieces, which means more consistency, in my opinion anyways. Like if you're not worried about seeing specific pieces, it's better in the long run. Also, the 5K really matters, being able to make your Vanguard swing that extra 5K, like Tempest can be like 23 then with the 1 drive, right? Like that makes a big difference, right? Also, the ability to search out Persona right from the top 5 is huge. I think Shinizel is definitely a must, and so I played 4. I think he's really good.
Especially finding the right Youthberk that you need too.
Yes.
You may have the wrong one, or just one that you don't want at the moment.
Exactly. Like this card is just like super good. I play 2 Fride. It's just 10k shield. The reason I play her is simple. It's 10k shield. You can be super aggressive with her in the early game. She's really good bait. A lot of my opponents in top 8 actually fell for the bait. So like it was like not in top 8, like earlier though in Swiss rounds. Yeah, it was just like they fell for the bait. They attacked into her, and I was like, okay, perfect. Like my round 1 Flagberg player, like he took the bait, he swung into her to prevent me from using like to be like, okay, I'll make you choose your ride deck or this. I had this and I was like, I'm gonna use this, man. I was at 1 damage check, the defensive game was over. Like it's crazy. I think this card is really value. I love the 10k shield. It makes a huge difference. I think definitely this is very valuable. And then I play 1 Maple. Maple didn't come up as much in this tournament because I just never really saw her. I really like her though because the fact that she's a consistent recurring unit. Having that means that you're less stressed out about having attackers, especially if your opponent's able to constantly clear out your front row, because then you'll lose momentum with your attackers, right? And like having to call revolve forms isn't ideal, like you can, but it's like you kind of want to keep them, like unless like they're super cluttery, right? So having the Maple like as a free like 5k shield, a free unit that you can discard for your ride deck to come back out, or like a good discard for Youthberk is just really value in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
I played against Ava and like they didn't even get to touch this, and it was just like awesome. Like I get another recurring unit, I can intercept with it. Like it's just super value.
Yeah, so utility.
So I think Maple is a must. I think she's really good. For Sakana, this is the card I think that breaks the deck. I think without this card, this deck wouldn't be as strong as it is. Being able to give your revolve forms drive checks is just huge.
It really is.
Like, I don't know, like this card is crazy, and it's a 10k booster, man, or a 10k attacker. Like it's crazy. Like this card is like insane, man. Like I don't know what else to say about this other than like you gotta play 4. She's like super key in the deck.
Yeah, before that I think Youthberk really needed that extra drive.
Yeah, it did because like
do some pressure.
Because your only pressure was Gust, right? And it's like 1 drive, right?
Yeah. And that can only do so much.
And the fact that you get like drive checks to like to I guess like filter your hand is super valuable because you check a heal or you check a crit, right? Like that's super good.
It can be game breaking.
Exactly. Next up, I play 4 Palladium Zeals. Okay, so I actually did this on purpose. The reason why is because like out of all the decks I expected to play, I did expect to play the Youthberk mirror match mainly. So there's no point in Elementaria, especially like in situations where it's like, okay, I need a PG, I have 3 cards in my hand, or like, sorry, 2 cards in my hand, right? I can PG for free and I can keep my Persona ride, right? And that can really like, that can make or break the game, right? So I decided to go with the 4 Palladium Zeal. It's also a beater if you really need to. Even though when I play Flagberg, like I didn't even feel the need for for Elementaria. So it's like yeah, like until Chrono Jet comes out, I think this is the way to go. Once Chrono Jet drops, then Elementaria, because like it's a must.
Yeah.
But besides that, I just think that the 4 regular PG is just so much more worth.
Okay.
For Wayward, she's like your best discard spotter, best booster, best like second best attacker. I don't know, like I think you just gotta play her at 4. I really think this card's a 4 of, like a must 4. I'm pretty set on that, so 4 Wayward. And then 1 Reedy. So if any of you guys watched my stream game, yeah, I sacked super hard with the double front. Yeah, it's crazy, right? This card is super clutch. I think it's really good.
What does it do?
Her effect is Soul Blast 2 act, and you increase the power of your triggers that are drive checked by 5k, and it's spammable. So I also play this in Gold Paladin Premium for the Ultima turn.
Oh, that is actually nice.
Like she's crazy. Like I spammed this like twice on the stream game, and then it was like plus 20k in my unit I gave from triggers, right? And then it was just like, okay, I checked off red triggers, like, oh, plus 20k to my front row, nice. And then I check another front triggers, like, oh, nice, plus 40k, okay. Schneidzel's 80, Maple's 95. I'm just like, okay,
that's
like.
A lot. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, no, she's super clutch. She can also really play a big difference in mind games, right? Like, you increase your trigger power, right? Your opponent has to guard towards that trigger power on your Vanguard attack.
Yeah,
you check no triggers, they definitely overguard it. Or you check like 1 trigger or something, right? Like they're still having to like guard in a more meticulous way, which will force out more cards, which can clutch you the game.
Yep.
So I really think Reedy's really good. Also, I love the ability to just like call her like by like turn 1 if I go second, just like poke. Because like if people are baited into attacking this, that's super fine. I'm at 0 damage and then I can just keep like the aggression. So I think she's really good. I play her at 1 though. I felt like she was fine at 1. She was just attack. It was like if I see, I see. If I don't, I don't. Like I wasn't too like tunneled on her.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. And then for the trigger lineup, OT. Yeah, drive checks. I really like it.
Yep.
This is probably the part that doesn't make sense. I only played this because it's SP. Like I only had 1 SP for the longest time, and I was like, yo.
I'm gonna play.
To keep my max rarity, I have to play the foils, right? So why don't I just do that? Although I think ideally you should probably just play the 4 Disba because like the soul never comes up. You might as well just have the 5k, so then it's an 18k line if you boost with it, right? Assuming it's a great 3 boost, it just makes the better numbers. But yeah, I had the 1 SP just because it was SP. I don't know what else to say, man. It was just SP.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, 3 front triggers. 8 crit's the way to go. You're playing a multi-Vanguard attack deck with a crit limit of 8. You gotta go. And then you're gonna deck out if you play draws, so this is the way to go in my opinion. And also 20k shield's broken. I don't know, man. I love 20k shield. Like, it's great. And then I actually just played 4 vanilla heals. The reason why, again, I was expecting mainly the Youthberk mirror, and never in my matches did it come up where I was like, oh, I could really use the counter heal. So I was correct. Technically, you could go like, I was considering going one of the crit one for the Ava matchup, but even in the Ava matchup, it didn't come up. So I just think the 15k shield is just like more value, because then you're just like beefier, right? And then if you're worried about 10k shield, you're playing free in this deck, right? It's just so good. Like,
yeah, I think that's the right call because you count on the 15k shield.
Yeah, it's just more reliable, right?
Yeah.
Especially because it's like rounds and stuff. Like, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna play against Overlord or Ava, right? Like, I expected to play Youthberk and Into the Mirror, so I prepared for the Mirror mainly. Yeah. Which I played the most out of all my games, I think. And then for rounds, so for, round 1 I played against Flagberg. I won. They died on my second grade 3 turn. I rushed them to 5. I went first. It was cool. I was super scared against Gravidia because anytime if they check an OT, game was over. So but they didn't. So we're good. Round 3 I played the Youthberg Mirror. I decked them out. They checked OT, and then they're like, okay, do you have it? I was like, yeah, I have the PG, bro. And then drive check, and then I was like, pass turn. I was like, okay, pass turn. It's over. Round 4, I play against Youthberk again. I think I would have still won at 1. I did double crit them. They no guarded at 3, but like my deck was super thin. I only saw like 8 triggers, so it was like, okay, I have a really high chance. I used Reedy to give plus 15k, so then it's harder for him to guard. And I believe I also Persona wrote that turn, so chances are I probably would have won still.
Okay.
Especially because they were playing from like behind, like super far behind. So it's just like, yeah.
You had the tempo.
Yeah.
I got you.
Round 5, I played against Ava. The matchup I was super scared about because I barely tested. I damaged them 2 turns going second. They couldn't do anything, and then I just like snowballed from there.
That works.
And then last round, I played on stream. I checked OT offensively. Wow, pretty good. Next turn, you know, Reedy. Schneizel is like 80. Maple's like 95. I don't know, man. Like, game was just over.
Yeah, they can't stop
And then I died in top 8 because yellow cards are really good. My opponent checked a crit, which is what's offset momentum, and then it snowballed for him from there. and there was not a lot I could do. At that point, it was like, okay, I just need to like heal out of this. Like, all my drive checks none.
What'd you face in top 8?
I played Orphis against Orphis. They went first, and then they kind of just like rushed me super hard.
The top 8.
Yeah, two Orphis did actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Orphis is a good deck. I think it's very good high roll. But overall, I'm happy with my performance. It sucks because I've been dreaming of becoming a world champ since I was like 9. So it's like, okay, like I'll just come back next year. But really happy with my performance overall. Making top 8, like I guess like getting that recognition of one of the top 8 best standard players in the world is pretty cool. I went undefeated as well. First undefeated into top 8, so it's like it's crazy. But yeah, that was my worlds. I'll be back next year to win it.
Awesome.
I don't know what else to say.
No, for real. Congrats again. I'm proud of you, and we hope to see you next year at Worlds. All right,
Yes.
Sergio?
Alrighty.
On to the next one, amigos. Bye.